Hello everyone, this is a Fruity back again in a deck review. And this is the Chrome Kings. It's the latest from DeVoe, who's now using Kickstarter to fund his decks because he's not interested in running a website anymore, so I guess this is easier for him. I actually did not get this on the project because he wanted like twice as much for the shipping cost of what it should be to ship a deck to Canada. I just said no thank you. I waited, got it elsewhere, no problem. And actually cost me less money than it would have on the project, which is not what you want to do with Kickstarter projects. Anyways, this is the Chrome Kings deck. This is the Player's Edition. There's actually a second version called the Artist Edition, which I did not get because if there's one thing I look for in playing cards, aside from who's producing it and the quality of it, is functionality and usability. And the Artist Edition deck, which is more for collectors, is not usable. It's not functional. It does not have proper indexes, at least not on the court cards. I think it's older cards though. But there's the court cards at the very least lack a suit on the index, so you can't identify what it is, and to me that's just not good. I want a deck that I can actually use, play solitaire, play cards, maybe use for Magic, and that's just not going to work. But anyways, let's get into this one though, the Player's Edition. It says Chrome Kings on the front, a spade paper with a steampunk look to it, and within these gears is the Handlord's logo. As you can see, they made the box kind of look like a metal box with these corner details, or a trunk, which is interesting. One side says DeVoe von Scattenreich. The other side, Player's Edition, created in 3D. That's another thing. Why? Why the hell would you create art for playing cards in 3D? It's a 2D, two-dimensional piece of paper. 3-dimension doesn't work, so it makes no sense to do that. The top, I guess it says Chrome Kings under the seal. The bottom is just some trademark stuff. It says made by USPC. The back you see one of the kings, and you get a nice standard Handlord's seal. And the logo on the flap, and here as well. Standard tough case, no embossing or anything. Inside the card that is blank. And here's your back design. It's pretty nice, kind of metallic-y. This would look awesome if it was silver foil, but it's not. But that is what he should have done to get the maximum effect for what this back design is supposed to be. You get another card. It's basically a double backer. It's the black on one side, it's white on the other. Color changing. The Jokers, this one has a J in the corner, a weird metallic figure with a axe. And the other one, the J in the corner, it's got Joker top and bottom. Same figure, this time he's inside of a box or a room, and he's coming at you with that axe. Look out. He's got an axe to pick. The Ace of Spades, nice custom pip, metallic-y and very sharp looking, and got the logo within it. They also got these nice corner details. And they've gone 3-dimensional with the indexes and whatnot. The Ace of Hearts has a 2-headed bird within it. Very interesting. The Ace of Clubs is a poker chip with the club within it. I guess it's fine for what it is. And then the Ace of Diamonds is also pretty interesting. A little bit bizarre. And then you get to the court cards, and they are interesting. They're kind of a modern or futuristic look. You have a vintage, a futuristic or modern type of look for like a standard court card, but futuristic looking, sort of. They all got weapons. The hearts have tilted pips for some reason. And the diamonds have pips that are just way too big. Like, why are they not the same from one court card to the other? I don't know. But they're interesting looking court cards. As you can see, there's the Suicide King. Got that right. And then the number cards, custom pips. They got those gears within them on the spades. Hearts, very three-dimensional looking, and they got some kind of a ribbon on them. That, I don't know what it says on it. Clubs, they got poker tips, I believe they are. And the diamond just has a little line going through it. But then we get another issue as well that I've noticed with this deck, and that is inconsistency. Like, for instance, this. The 10s are basically standard, except for the 10 of diamonds. This has the pips in the center for some unknown, idiotic, unnecessary reason. There was another one I noticed. It's bizarre. This one right here, the 8 of clubs. You look at a different 8. You look at any other 8, and they look like this. The 8 of clubs, they're slanted pips. Like, why? Why not just keep them all straight up and down? Also, the hearts have the pips all kind of facing one way, except for that. But you look at other suits, and they got upside down pips. So, I mean, that one does too, but let me show you the 9s. I'm just nitpicking a little bit. But here we go. Look at this 9. All the pips are facing the same except for the center. Look at this 9. These are facing one way. These are facing the other way. Why is everything so inconsistent? Like, every number card is like different for some reason, and it's unnecessary. Like, that's another thing I look for in playing cards is consistency. Keep the indexes the same. Keep the layout of the pips the same from one suit to the other, one number to the other. It's kind of all over. Anyways, for what it's worth, though, it's an interesting deck. It's a bicycle stock, Ericus and Finis, or perhaps better. I'm not 100% sure. The handle, good. It's probably a crust stock, but I'm not 100% certain, so don't quote me on that. But obviously it's a USB-C stock in Finis. Bicycle or a crust stock. Very quick in Finis. Whoops. And I mean, it is what it is. The back design's not bad. The faces are all over the place. I'm going to say 6 out of 10 for this one. It's fine for what it is. It's usable. It's a little bit odd. Like I said, just inconsistencies all over the place, but handles good. It's usable. So it is what it is. It's not a standard deck that DeVoe would do. Usually he does decks that lack faces. They're usually made for forcing and cardistry, but this one is more standardist, poker-like. The Artist Edition deck, which I did not get because it could not, just did not want it. It's not usable. Apparently, if I recall correctly, it makes one big image. It's a bigger picture, similar to some other decks I've seen in the past, like the Pipman World Full Art deck. So that's kind of interesting, but you know, it seems kind of odd sacrificing the indexes and stuff like that just to make it the one big picture. It's just unnecessary. I'm not just in that one at all. But this one is okay for what it is. So that is that. You can get this from your favorite card and magic shop. Like collectibleplayingcards.com. Use the code VJSAFE32 to save 10% on your order. In fact, I'm not 100% sure if Collectible Cards still has any. They might be sold out, but have a look. If not, other sites have them for sure. So that is that. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time with more. Thanks for watching.